All right, guys, our test for today, for this Wednesday, our normal gymnastics day is max strict pull-ups and then max handstand hold against the wall. We'll talk about a couple variations, but main thing for the strict pull-ups, use a band if you need. You should be getting at least 5 reps. And talking about position, make sure that you keep your feet together and try not to kip or swing at all at any point from the bottom to the top. So for a lot of people, you're at the bottom, they do like a little arch back and kind of to get going, but keep feet together, try to stay as hollow as you can, squeeze up and control on the way down. Okay, so for as many reps as you can, same rules with the band, right? Feet together, all the way up and down. And if you need to, you can also do the rings, okay? This is a little bit harder to measure, but maybe do something more challenging than you're used to. You can put your feet up on a bench or just work at an angle that's more challenging and just see how many reps you can do for your strict pull-ups, right? The handstand hold against the wall, couple options here. So when you kick up, so you have to be comfortable kicking up to a handstand, right? Keep your chin tucked, squeeze your butt, okay, and just really focus on pushing up through the ground the entire time. See how long you can hold. If you're not comfortable kicking up, you can also do a kind of wall walk setup where start with your hands a little closer to the wall, step big foot up, and for those that are not comfortable upside down, this gives you a way to step out at any point you get tired. If you feel comfortable, you can walk your hands closer to the wall. So again, depending on strength and comfort level, this can be longer than a minute, a couple minutes for some people that are stronger. And if you want, you can also test this in free space as well. Just have fun practicing for a few minutes. This isn't going to take too much time. You're really going to get one shot at the pull-ups and one shot at the handstand hold against the wall. So that's it for the gymnastics strength test. Let's talk about our conditioning. All right, guys, a bunch of stuff to go over here. I'll try to simplify it. There's 3 parts. Each is 3 rounds, and they're all kind of similar. And the idea here, each one will have a pull-up variation and also a kettlebell variation. All right, so the first 3 rounds is going to be 9 pull-ups, 12 Russian swings, 18 double unders. You go immediately into 3 rounds of 6 chest to bar pull-ups, 8 American swings, and still 18 double unders. And the final 3 rounds is 3 bar muscle ups, 6 kettlebell snatch, and 18 double unders. So I want you to think about each round. The first round is going to be, or each round has a variation of a pull-up. So the first round is the easiest version, the second is intermediate, and the last one is hardest. So there's a lot of ways that you can scale this. So maybe the first round you do ring rows, right? And the second round you do banded pull-ups, and the third round you do strict pull-ups, right? That might be a way to approach this workout. So I want you to think about just choosing 3 varying difficulties of pull-ups for yourself. Of course, always we can use a band for any of the pull-up variations or the bar muscle-up variations. You can do jumping variations for the pull-ups, chest to bar, or bar muscle-ups. That's all fair game, okay? The kettlebell movements, let's go over those. So those start, again, easy and go into harder as you go along. So the first one is a Russian swing. So you start with that nice tall chest, load back the hips, and it just comes up to eye level, okay? So this is the shortest range of motion, so the most reps, easiest one. The next round, where it says American swings, that's the same thing, except we're going to go all the way overhead, okay? So bigger explosion on the way up, and you have to control that speed on the way down, all right? The third one is one we don't do very often, is the kettlebell snatch. We're going to be doing 6 total snatches, so only 3 each arm. The setup is similar, except you have the kettlebell in one arm, you load back, and drive it overhead with one arm. I made that look easy, but this is hard to get that rotation. If you look at where it ends, my hand is open, and it's resting on the back of my palm. So learning to get the kettlebell from this position to rotate, sometimes if you're not used to it, you can kind of bang your forearm. It's not very comfortable. So main thing is don't go all the way too high with it, and then it falls over and smashes here. So when you're warming up and learning, we have people pull like this to start. Just feel that position, and then punch from there. So think you're pulling it to here, and then you rotate it as you push through. So that takes a little bit of practice. If you want for this one, if that one feels weird, just use a dumbbell, all right? The double under is the last part. That's only 18 reps. That's the same every round. So double under work, we always say start with singles. So you can start with double the number of singles if you want. Chest is tall, using your wrists to move the rope. as you get better, you can work a double in between your singles, right? So if you do something like that, you're doing a lot of extra singles, maybe do half the number of doubles if you want, something like that. Once you start getting comfortable, work into consecutive double unders. Always focus on keeping the chest tall, hands close to your body, and letting the wrist drive the rope, all right? There is a kind of a short cap here, so scale things to your ability, 14-minute cap to get through that whole thing, all right? So good luck, have fun, we'll see you tomorrow.